So this video is going to look at custom formats and display formats. And the reason for it is because I just gave a demo of AdapTable to a potential user and they asked a question and I realized I could have given a better answer. So this video is really an answer to that question, but might be of more general interest. So what I showed in the demo was how in AdapTable you can create multiple display formats. You do it, actually let's go full screen, you do it in format column, and if essentially AdapTable provides the ability for you to create custom formats, and then you can have more than one on a column, as we see here in the GitHub stars column, where we said if it's greater than 1 million, show it me as 8.79 million. If it's greater than 1,000, show it me as 78.55k, or if it's less than 1,000 like here, just show me the number. And as I say, the way we do that is to create two format columns, and then you have an order of precedence, so it applies them in turn. And that's using the built-in formatters. So if we want to look at the display format, we can see we're using the million preset, which has 2 fraction digits and a multiplier of that. And what our user wanted to know was, is it possible to do that but not to have to create two? Is it possible to create one format column in AdapTable but to have both those rules? And the answer is yes and no. So no, it's not possible to do it through the presets. You can only, each preset can only have one rule because it would get too complicated. So if you want to use our presets, you need to do what we've done here, which is to provide 2 format columns. However, what I neglected to say was it is possible to create this, but through a single custom display format. As the name implies, a custom display format is a display format that is provided by the developer at design time and then is available to the end user at runtime. In this example here, let's go full screen. Let's show the code. We've actually created a number of different custom formats. We've created one for the license column. We've created where we've made it and what we've done something. We've done one for the issue change column where if it's null we show a dash. We've done one for the created column where we show the day of the week, and lastly we've created one for the GitHub stars column, which is doing exactly what we saw in the other example, but we've created a single custom format. We've called it 100,000 format, and basically if the number is greater than 1 million, we show it like this. If the number is then, otherwise if it's greater than 1,000, we show it like this. Otherwise we just show the number. So this here is exactly the same output as we see here, but whereas this is done through 2 preset formats that AdapTable provide, this here is done through a custom display format. And essentially you define the custom display format in the custom display formatter's properties of format column options, and then in your predefined config in format column is where you set it. So here is where we set it, and we set it on the GitHub stars column, and we say we're using the 100,000 format custom display format. So I hope that answers the question for the person who was just watching our demo, and as I say, I hope it's of wider interest as well. Custom formats are really useful in AdapTable because, for instance, you might want a format where integers you show as integers, but if there's decimals, then you show them to 3 decimal places, or whatever type of format you want. Essentially you define it, you make it available to AdapTable. It's then can be used in whichever columns match the scope that you define, and obviously AdapTable takes care of invoking the function as and when it needs to be applied. As always, thank you for watching. If you'd like to know more about display formats or custom display formats or anything else in AdapTable, please get in touch. We'll be delighted to provide you with your own demo or indeed your own no obligation trial license so you can try out AdapTable for yourself. Thank you for watching.